Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Men of Yoshiwara, Ohgiya, and we are in Chapter 5 of Gakuto's Route, and we went and had Musashi try to find out what happened to his friend Yoshino, and this chapter is called Revenge, so I'm thinking we might find out how that woman is involved with his death, because I think she might have been involved with his death, and that's why Gakuto's so pissed, so let's find out. Maybe. I asked Musashi to look into Gakuto and a courtesan named Yoshino. Only after a few days, Jesus, Musashi returned to me after easily finding the information I wanted. It was apparent that he'd been Gakuto's good friend during his time at Kiramise. That's who Yoshino was? Yes, that's correct. And that's how his name was written in kanji characters. Musashi picked up a pen and showed me the name he wrote. I see. So? Yes. Well, it seems he's already passed away. After that, there'd been all sorts of trouble, but because this is an older case and there isn't much information about Kiramise anymore, are you saying that there are no records because it had happened at Kiramise? Yes, forgive me for saying this, but even if something happened at a low-class brothel, most problems weren't reported, and the referral shop may have turned a blind eye. That's horrible. Imagining Gakuto going through something like that made my eyes dizzy. Would you like me to continue researching the subject? Yes, please do. Don't conceal any details, no matter what the truth is. Yes, as you wish. Musashi bowed before leaving my room. Gakuto was now out of Kiramise and was working at Ohgiya. Nevertheless, I was sure there were courtesans suffering at Kiramise now too. It felt like my chest was being flattened. If they were being treated like that just for the women of this island, I was sure there was something wrong with that system. This is what I've been saying all along. Either way, all I could do was wait for Musashi's next report. Because when there's other, there would be a game somewhere where it's like, well, okay, this man, he's got 4 wives, and you'd be like, the fuck, 4 wives? What the bullshit? Well, it's because this. So, all the games where you're like, well, they're not romancy games. They're literally, fucking games. You'd be... Okay, I shouldn't be saying that with this, but oh, I'm a dude and I got all these girls with tits bigger than their heads, okay, and I had to do all of them, and then you get the harem ending, which I'm just pissed about, okay, because I never get a harem ending with all my fucking boyfriendos, but they can fucking get them with their waifus, fuck that shit, okay, I'm just pissed. But you're like, but that's just harem ending, because again, I'm jealous I don't get one, but, well, that's basically this. It's well, that would solve the problem if you just let Gakuto have 5 wives. Then, I'm just saying, because again, there seem to be a lot of pleasure houses. There's the high quality ones and the crappy ones, whatever. There seem to be a lot of men on the island, and there's ones getting so I'm just saying, I don't think it's as much of a problem as you think it is. Especially because that neighbor lady in Takagawa's Red had 2 sons. Hello, my mother had 1 daughter, 2 sons. I'm just saying, the math seems off, and I think you're crazy, and I don't think the pleasure houses need to actually exist. We wouldn't have these games, and it wouldn't be any fun, but I'm just saying, I think you've made a mountain out of a molehill, okay? Might be difficult. Maybe there's some women that don't get a husband, but guess what? Some of us don't get husbands, okay? Some of us are just gonna die alone. Whatever. Suck it up, buttercup. Listen to Grandma Spacey, you'll just have to die alone because there's not enough men on the island, but that doesn't mean that, and every single time we go, we can just go and get an appointment with the most popular courtesan in Ohgiya. Is it because we're rich, or just because he's got nothing to do? Just saying, I feel like there's just 2 more men than you think there are on this island. Just think that there's some woman who was like, no, there's a shortage of men on the island, I just want to imprison them all. I want a day in the life of that woman, too. So, it'll be Men of Yoshiwara behind the scenes. And we'll get a day in the life of a Rohan, a day in the life of the crazy bitch who's, hiding everything and be like, no, there's plenty of men on the fucking island. I just like this because I was slighted once and all the men have to suffer now. I just want that story, too. Just I did my best at work again today, too. Letting out a big sigh, I lay on my bed. My mind was completely occupied with thoughts of Gakuto. Recently, I hadn't been able to continue my work the way I wanted to. If things kept up like this, Gakuto would simply waste his time thinking about his late friend and exacting his revenge. I couldn't help but worry. Plus, I felt lost because I didn't know the principal. I felt at a loss because I didn't know the principal reason for his revenge. Nevertheless, as things stood, I prayed that woman would not appear in front of Gakuto. In the end, all I did tonight was worry. I didn't even visit the brothel. Was it a subject that I shouldn't bring up? Or was it something I couldn't stop no matter what I did? If I couldn't make my decision, I had no idea how to deal with the situation. I wished I could find a helpful guidepost to help me find my way. One whimsical day, my mother called out to me while I was working. Spacey, you haven't been to the pleasure district recently. Did something happen? I was startled. There was no way I could tell my mother that I hadn't gone because I was worrying about Gakuto. No, I've just been concentrating on work, that's all. Although I said that, Musashi had been saving me left and right. I see. In that case, take a visit tonight. It's alright if you finish work early. But it's fine. Just go, honey. You're like, Mom, can I go see my boyfriend? No, for fuck's sake, it's family time. You're like, Mom, I'm busy working. Sweetie, go get laid. For fuck's sake. The society's funny. Yes, Mother. Now that it had come to this, I had no choice. That night, I was to visit Yoshiwara. Again, we just walk right in and I make a reservation. I'm putting air quotes around that. You can't see it, but that's bullshit. We don't have to make reservations. We just stroll right in. Is it because I'm rich? Or is it because he ain't busy? I did want to see Gakuto, but when I thought about Gakuto, my thoughts went around in circles. Miss, the referral shop is this way. Oh, yes, you're right. But could I walk for just a little longer? We've arrived a little early anyway, if that's what you want. I try to dodge our destination and walk in a different direction. Musashi had to bend to my whims because he was my chaperone. Chaperone. There's an E at the end of chaperone, isn't there? However, now of all times... Oh, if it isn't Miss Spacey. I'd met with the very person I was trying to avoid. When Gakuto looked at me, I quickly hid my shock with a smile. Utsusemi waltzed over cheerfully, waving to me. Where Gakuto and Utsusemi were sitting, there was a dessert shop's flag waving in the wind. They're not allowed out, but they're out. I'm just saying. Hello, that was really unexpected, wasn't it? I muster up my determination and walk over to them to say hello. Yeah, what brings you here today? Yeah, I wanted to meet with you, Gakuto. Isn't that great, Gakuto? He even mentioned that she started visiting less often. You dumbass. Don't go around telling that to everyone. Huh? But it's the truth. Oh, Utsusemi, you dumbass. This is why we love him, though. You're like, you're an idiot. But I appreciate that. He thinks you're an idiot, and I'm like, pats him on head. Good boy. Shut the hell up already. Okay, I will. Utsusemi pouted before violently shoving a sweet dango dumpling into his mouth. Spacey, if that's the case, you should take a little break here. There's still some time before Ohgiya opens. But if you head to the referral shop now, you'll just be wasting idle time. Gakuto has to stay here a little longer, don't you? Idiot. Stop running your mouth off. Ow! Gakuto punched Utsusemi in the head. Seeing their interaction made me smile. It was like his burning revenge wasn't real. It helped me lower my guard just a bit. Ow! Ow! Spacey, Gakuto may be violent, but please have a seat next to him. Utsusemi, you never learn, do you? Well, whoa! I only said to help Spacey sit here casually. Utsusemi tried to defend himself, but Gakuto simply snorted. Well then, Miss Spacey, I shall be on my way. When Musashi told me he was leaving, I opened my mouth to say, stay a little longer. All right. No. All right is probably the right answer. Stay a little longer, and no is like, please don't fucking leave me here, and I don't want to do this. Okay, bye. It's like, all right. It's faked with a smile. All right. Yeah. All right. Be sure to come pick me up, okay? Yes, I will. I shall excuse myself now. I wanted Musashi there for emotional support, but Musashi is our emotional support pigeon. I held that desire inside and said my farewell to him. Musashi bowed to Gakuto and Utsusemi before leaving. As a result, I gently sit myself down in between the two of them. Oh, Miss Spacey, would you like a dango dumpling too? The Mitarashi dango are delicious. Yeah, they look really good, but... Okay, shopkeep, 1 Mitarashi dango and a green tea, please. Coming right up. I was too nervous to eat anything, so I wanted to decline his offer. Unfortunately, Utsusemi quickly put in a new order. He was very skilled at sucking people into his pace. Do you like sweet things? Yes. Do you like them too, Gakuto? I don't love or hate them. Huh? You like them quite a bit, don't you, Gakuto? You always eat the dango dumplings or confit candies that are lying around. He's like, God damn it, shut up. Yesterday you even ate the hard candy Ohgiya had hidden away for a special occasion. Well, you did buy him double the amount in the end, so Ohgiya was ecstatic. Shut the hell up. He's trying to be cool and collect. He's like, I mean, I can take it or leave it. And he's like, no, you are a fucking sweets whore. And he's like, shut up, man. You're making me look uncool. I love it. Huh? But doesn't that mean you like them? As if I'd know. What? Why are you so mad? Shut up already. Gakuto? You really can't take a hint, can you? It'll make me look feminine if everyone knows I like candy. Gakuto yelled abrasively, looking embarrassed. That is the dumbest. I'm sorry. Like, I can... Stop! People think I'm girly if I eat candy. Nobody thinks you're girly because you like candy. Or sweet things. Oh my god. That is the... Look, I get it. Times are different. But that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I want to laugh at him and be like, that is the dumbest fucking thing I have ever heard. Nobody gives a shit. Doesn't make you look less manly, dumbass. Smack him upside the head. Stop being an idiot. Ugh. That's fucking hilarious. Utsusemi and I looked at one another, and then... Gakuto, you're a little mischievous, aren't you? Excuse me? Hey, why the hell are you laughing too? Sorry, but it was kind of cute. He's like, the fuck? Gakuto tried to hide his frowning face. He knew it. I wanted nothing more than for Gakuto to give up on his quest for revenge. Now he had a junior to smile and spend time with. And yet, he was obsessed with exacting his revenge. It wasn't right for him to throw everything away. When those thoughts were popping into my head, Gakuto... From a distance, I could see Ohgiya running up to us. He was holding something in his hands. Oh, you're back. I'm back. I accomplished my errand without a problem. Ohgiya was out of breath with a big smile on his face as he stepped in front of us. Good job. Thanks. Is this good enough? I'll check later. Huh? Are you sure you don't want to do it now to make sure it's what you ordered? Huh? Oh, Miss Spacey. You just noticed me? I thought you were one of the beautiful male courtesans that looks very feminine. Thanks a lot. Like Asagiri. He might not have noticed me because he was in such a hurry, but he greeted me a bit late. He seemed to be shaken up as well. Hello, Ohgiya. The errand I mentioned was nothing. Oh, well, it's a secret. Oh, dear God, he's surrounded by idiots. Huh? It's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. It's a secret. When he's like, I finished the errand, you want to check it now? And he's like, later. I'm like, it's something for me, isn't it? Probably. You didn't need to call it a secret. Oh. Gakuto put the parcel behind his back to hide it. What in the world was it? But that's great. Right, Gakuto? Oh? I mean, you were able to meet Miss Spacey at this time and place. Huh? I know a rumor. Apparently Gakuto is serious about dating Miss Spacey. Oh wait, it's not a rumor, it's the truth. Ohgiya, stop flapping your lips. Okay, he's like, kind of starts off as an asshole, but this is hilarious. He's literally like, he's like, whatever, I'm a manly man, I don't like candy. And you're like, you fucking love candy, and you probably make daisy fucking crowns, don't ya? I mean, we know Ohgiya can do it, but we expect that of him, but you... Gakuto's gonna be like, yes, I make them and I wear them when no one's around, okay? I just like them, they make me feel pretty. What? I love it! Everyone needs a man who likes candy and will be like, yeah, I make fucking amazing daisy chain crowns, okay? Fuck off, bitch. Like, things that some guys would be totally gay. Yes. If every man were just a little bit gay, it'd be a wonderful fucking world. I'm just saying. Oh no. Gakuto was serious about dating me? I looked over to Gakuto because I couldn't believe it. He made an angry face, pouting. He's trying to have the upper hand, and now we've got... I'll just take that ace and put it up in my sleeve for later. Oh, I know what it is. And the two of them went out last night, didn't they? It was the first time Gakuto's ever done that with a customer, and so everyone was excited. I had to pick it up today, too. Shut up. Gakuto forcefully shut Ohgiya's big mouth up by muffling his voice with his hand. A lot of excitement happened today. I never knew Gakuto acted so loose with his friends. It was such a cute, new side of him for me to see. However, the festive mood soon turned ominous. Gakuto stood up straight and grew pale. It's that woman. What? The moment he yelled, Gakuto tried to run off. Because of that, his teacup fell, shattering it. When the crash echoed, I didn't waste any time in clinging onto him. No, Gakuto! Let go of me. Utsusemi, Ohgiya, please help me. Okay. Huh? Got it. I wasn't able to hold him back, so I had Ohgiya and Utsusemi help me out. Get the hell off me! I know it's that wretched woman. As the three of us held him back, Gakuto was furious and desperately struggled to get free. You think the bitch wouldn't come out when there's a possibility that he's out on the street? We had to hold him back. We couldn't afford to let him go. Please calm down, Gakuto. What's gotten into you? Let go of me, damn it! Are you deaf? What should we do? Tranquilizer darts? Gakuto! I'm going to reserve you for tonight, so I won't allow you to do anything against my wishes. Gakuto's eyes were fixed on the road out yonder, but he gradually stopped resisting. Gakuto, tell us what's gotten into you. With his face still pale, Gakuto bit down on his lips. Seeing him hang his head in defeat made my chest squeeze painfully. Gakuto, could you please act calmly whenever we're together? That's... Huh? That's impossible. Gakuto glared at me with the most hideous look on his face. It made every hair on my body stand up. How could I ever be at ease with a woman who I haven't even slept with? I'd finally found that nefarious woman, but now she's gone because of you. If sleeping with me will make you feel better, then do it as much as you want. Damn. I'm prepared to do that if it's what you truly want. Utsusemi and Ohgiya are like, awkward. And Musashi's like, dude, I feel the same way. I'm always in the room and I have to deal with this shit. I know he left, but like, I like to make fun of the fact that he's like our emotional support pigeon, so he's always stuck there. We were head to head with our argument. However, I now wondered if I should have said something else. Gakuto fixed his eyes on me, unwilling to free me from his gaze. It's also like, well, should you just want me for the sex? Rude. It was so fierce that it felt like it was reaching inside of me, taking out my insides. My body felt like it was going to collapse at any second. Get over here. Gakuto violently seized my wrist. He dragged me closer to him, straddling me before he started walking. What? Gakuto! Gakuto! He shoved me into the bedroom right away and pushed me down onto the bedding. Like, we are making this man, like, super fucking tense for life. He's like, I haven't even had sex with you. And you're like, are you seriously that horny right now? Like, holy fucking shit. Treating me roughly, he pulled me against his chest, and his kiss felt like a punch on the lips. That is not the way to get a woman worked up, is all I'm saying. It felt like he was crying because of his sorrowful behavior. Even my chest hurt and felt like it was going to break. He wasn't frightening, even though he'd scared me before. Now all I wanted to do was do something to help him. If I could achieve that, I was more than willing to offer him my body. That's the wrong way to look at it. His tongue crawled into my mouth and entangled with mine. I didn't even have enough time to breathe as my mind went numb from his intense kiss. Why? His sadness and resentment were clashing with one another. My eyes started getting hot because I couldn't hold back my overflowing tears. I guess neither of us could have it our way. His hand embracing me started to shake. Kakuto's hand grazed my cheek where the tears fell and slid down onto my neck. Why are you like this? Why? His shouts sounded like wails of desperation, and everyone else is like, the fuck? We can hear. The walls are paper thin, literally. That's why I decided to hug him closely, touch him, cry. Not cry. Touch him or hug him closely. Probably hug him closely. No, touch him. Okay. I am so bad at Gakuto. He looked like he was on the brink of tears, so I gently touched his face. After he trembled, it really looked like tears were about to roll down his face. Hug him closely was the second choice, though, so. If there was a way to prevent him from suffering, I'd do anything, including sacrificing my own body. I mean, that's what you're here for, so. Gakuto, I did this because I'm thinking of what's best for you. Clearly telling him how I felt, I entrusted my body to him. I'm always thinking of what's best for you as well. In that second, our passionate gazes collided with one another. Without saying anything, I pestered him to continue. Nevertheless, instead of saying his next words, he groped me. Okay. His chilly hand slid onto my body from inside my kimono's seam. To put it simply, he ignored my kimono and quickly groped my breasts. Why? I couldn't help but wonder that too. It was extremely easy to tell a girl some loving words, yet why wasn't he doing that with me? Spacey. Without saying a word, Gakuto tore open my kimono, exposing my bare skin. His fingertips glided across my body. They were frighteningly intense and precise as he touched me. When I felt the strangeness of his body, I desperately clung to his neck. I'm not moaning. After doing that, in order to help me relax, he brought his lips closer, gently creeping into my mouth. I cried another single tear. He wouldn't say a single courtesan-like word or phrase, but he did act like a courtesan with the way he ruthlessly made love to me. He was guiding me. It was terribly sad. Nevertheless, I thought that was a good thing. I'm not moaning for him either. Or us. While embracing me closely, Gakuto pushed himself deep inside of me. No. I was too tight. Good fucking lord! Gabe! Every time you're like, this could not one-up itself with the inappropriate things I have to read. It does! It fucking does! Still, when our bare skin touched, it was warm, and our sweat stuck to one another. It was very blatant that Gakuto and I were making love. I mean, you pretty much made that obvious. The moment I felt that, my fear of the pain finally disappeared. Spacey. While connected deep within, Gakuto called my name. The words grazed my ears. All it sounded like to me was a sad, soft whisper to himself. I dug my nails into his back. It was lovely yet irritating. Even if we make love tonight, no, because we were sleeping together, his mind was far, far away, which I accepted. But all he had to do was say one simple thing. I wanted to hear him say something like, I want your heart. My body continued to accept him into myself. But my guess is I can actually read that. Well, it also says fireworks, but Hanabi is fireworks. I've never seen the no in there, but like that's flower and that's fire. Flower, fires, whatever. I'm wondering if he's not saying like the courtesan-like things because that's not being treated. Like that would be like an act, like, oh my god, oh you're amazing, and that's like bullshit. You know what I mean? Like maybe he feels those things, but like, oh yeah, let me say them to you would just be like trying to con you into sleeping with me. And right now it's like, no, I'm just doing this because I want to, not because it's my job. You know what I mean?
You saw the cardinal outside? Yeah, he's pretty. He's pretty red birdie. You saw him. I saw him too. He flew away though.
Anyway, fireworks. After everything, Gakuto embraced me closely for a long period without saying a word. All he did was hug me, nothing else. However, after quite a bit of time had passed, Gakuto suddenly opened his mouth. Spacey, you're mad, aren't you? I mean, you basically just violently force-fucked me, but not, like, forcefully. Like, not force, but it was like, you grabbed me, dragged me. I mean, I did say, like, we would do this, but it's still like, I mean... Like, you should have realized. And I was like, fine, just take my body then. I was like, okay. And you were like, I mean, I was trying to make a point that stop being an asshole. But you just kind of one-up the asshole. But I also wanted it. So, like, I'm not mad, but I'm a little mad. More mad because you didn't try to romance me a little. But, like, whatever. I immediately shook my head while still in his arms. No woman would have enjoyed making love like that. No, I wondered what the best thing to say was. I mean, look, if your first experience is going to be awful, at least you have got nowhere to go but up. There was no real way I could explain these feelings of mine. I am a failure as a courtesan now. Gakuto, I really don't have any regrets. I mean, maybe a little. I just want to help you out as much as possible. I want to put your mind at ease. She's being a little bit of a doormat, though. Like, any way I can help you out. And if that means you have to angry fuck me, then fine. Girl, no. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I'm like, just watch it. Like, it's okay for you to be like, fine, did that help you? Do you feel better? Okay, treat me better next time. Don't turn into a doormat. Okay? It's okay to just every once in a while pull a doormat move, like this, to help someone out, because they need your support. Just don't always be the doormat, is all I'm saying. So, like, just... Usually, if a MC starts out being doormatty, they just stay that way the whole time. And she's never been like that, so I don't want her to be like that in his route. Like, look! I just laid here and took it. Because you were all frustrated and pissed off. Do you feel better? Alright. Cool. Now let's go back onto equal footing. That's all I'm saying. You're still going to talk to me like some kind of saint? No, that's not it. And then what is it? I had a desire deep within. The desire to fall in love with you. Was he trying to make me say it out loud? Was that what he wanted? Whatever. I'm done with it. Don't say that! Fine. Then just tell me everything. Really? I have to tell you everything, but you can't even tell me you like candy because you think it's going to make you look gay or some shit? Dude, what the fuck? Ugh. God, he confuses me. Gakuto cut me off when I tried to reply, and it sounded like he was ready for the worst. He loosened his grip on me, and he stared into my eyes. He blinked once. Gakuto started to speak once more. It happened a few years ago when my friend at Kiramise had died. I was much younger than I am now and had already started taking customers. My friend had fallen for this one woman. It looked like he was reminiscing because he squinted, and his eye twinkled. Okay, so this is where it is. She was dating him, and then blah, 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 but he probably didn't want to take her as a customer because she had been fucking his friend, and that would just be weird for him. Or maybe his friend really liked her or something. You know what I mean? There you go. He'd been so madly in love and had told me about her every day. And that's why he's mad at her. Okay. Okay. Well, you can see where this is going. But with both of us being inexperienced, we didn't realize how dangerous that was. It was dangerous? Yeah. It was always disastrous for the ones who actually fell in love. Dash my hopes. It didn't matter what we did. There was no way out of the district for either of us. There was nothing we could do if we actually fell in love with someone. We could run away. Just saying. Still want to connect that. We wouldn't be able to protect them or even take them out to eat. Just being in a relationship with each other wasn't good enough? I'm sure you're as clueless as I'd been back then. If it were possible, having a lover to ourselves and running away would have been ideal. And paying off our debts wouldn't even be possible unless our lover was rich. I had heard that before. The tragic outcomes finally popped into my head. Couples would elope. Couples would commit a double suicide. Those who ran away and had been found were subjected to horrible treatment. Musashi had told me that there was no way anyone could be happy falling in love with a courtesan. Even so, those two had really thought that they were in love. His lover had been the first one to fall in love with him. In the beginning, he'd been a show-off. Back then, she'd gone berserk with a razor from Yoshino's room. No way. It's terrifying. Yeah, all of this probably sounds crazy to a girl from a nice family like you. But at Kiramise, those kinds of things were everyday occurrences. Well, the only thing good about Kiramise being run down was that the walls were thin. We could easily hear if there was a dispute, and that had been how I'd saved my friend back then. Oh, thank goodness. That had been the time I'd gotten the scar on my eye. Huh? I thought it was your lover who'd done it. I'd never make a blunder like that. He's like, dude, have you seen my fucking feather boa? Bitch, I'm better than that. Unable to hide how shocked I was after learning the truth, I stood there dumbfounded. Kakuto and that woman hadn't fallen in love with one another. My assumption was wrong. But we'd only been able to relax for a short while after their lovers' quarrel. I'm not really sure how their feelings had changed for one another, but Yoshino had fallen in love with that woman too. In the end, they'd planned to elope. That's terrible. It had been the worst. That woman had fallen for him first, and eloping had been her idea. And yet, on the day they'd planned to elope, she hadn't shown up. And Yoshino was brought back to Kiramise, and a storm of cruel punishment awaited him. How horrible. Why hadn't his lover shown up? Like I know. I'm sure she'd been too afraid to go through with it. A lot of couples back out on the day they're supposed to elope because of fear. Just because she'd been afraid? How could she have done that? But that just goes to show there are women like that in the world. And they're the type who live carelessly while their lovers suffer. Does that mean Yoshino lost his life because of his cruel punishment? Yeah. And that's why I'm absolutely determined to get revenge on that wretched woman. If I don't, there's no way I could ever repay Yoshino for his kindness. I could tell Kakuto's heart was burning with hatred as he spoke in a low voice. His eyes were shining with the glint of light, but I was sure it was because of his, upsurging emotions. I've had a grudge against that woman ever since then. She'd hit herself with my buddy's razor when we'd fought with each other. You'll help me search for her, right? Kakuto grabbed my shoulders tightly. He hated that woman from the bottom of his heart, determined to get revenge on her. I knew that, but what was I going to do about it? So, here's what I don't understand. They were having a lover's quarrel. She got the razor. They were fighting. Kakuto was trying to help him. She got, cut in the forehead. Okay, fine. She slashed his eye. And then she and Yoshino made up and were going to run away together. And then she stood him up and then he got killed. Wouldn't you be like, that crazy bitch? Why am I going to run away with her? And you were that much in love with her that this bitch went crazy in your room. Was going to fucking what, like off you? Your friend tried to save you and she stabbed him in the fucking eye. And then you were still going to run away with the bitch? I mean, I'm not saying Yoshino's a fucking idiot, but Yoshino was a fucking idiot. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I knew that, but what was I going to do about it? I told him that I don't understand. All right, ooh. It's probably all right, but I just don't agree with that. So, like, I don't understand is really how I feel right now. So that's what I want to go with. I'm sure it's all right, but no, it's actually, I can't. I don't understand is actually the second best one. I'm really good at getting the second best one. I can't. Why? You understand why I'm searching for her, right? But Kakuto impatiently bit his lip. To begin with, do you know why I got into Ohgiya and became one of their top courtesans? Huh? It was all to exact my revenge. If I'd stayed in Kiramise, it would have been impossible for me to find her. I needed to go to a bigger place, take on lots of customers, and gather more information. Okay, the eye patch and the feather boa is not just to give him the impression of being a Bond villain. He has got some Bond-level fucking schemes. See? I did all of this and became the top man whore in all of Yoshiwara for revenge. You're fucking crazy. Like, you're pretty. But you're crazy. And we're 6 chapters in. We're like halfway through the route. And like, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, I love him. He's beautiful. And he's a Bond villain. And I love the assholes. But like, I had so much higher expectations and you're slightly disappointing me now. Like, I get it. This is your backstory thing. We gotta deal with this. So, like, but, like, how are you gonna redeem? Like, usually it's like Utsusemi, my parents are gonna come and take me away, and I don't want them to, so I want Ohgiya to do it, and then he'll be happy and everything. You're so cute! Takagawa, well, I'm gonna kind of be an asshole but I did love you when we were kids. Aww. I mean, I love being a man whore, but I love you more. Aww. Like, and you're like, I want to stab that bitch. I just... I don't know. I feel like it's slightly disappointing so far for the last route, but okay, anyway. That was all I ever thought about. I couldn't believe it. I mean, sure, if anger got you a better job, but he'd become a high-profile courtesan just to accomplish his revenge? The more I tried to understand him, the more his resolve overwhelmed me, and she's like, I really hope I'm pregnant right now so I don't have to come back. It felt like the sole reason for his life was to exact his revenge. I realized that I was crying for the second time tonight. Why are you crying? Because I picked the wrong one. Why do I love the crazy one? Anyway, I thought I could help you somehow. I really thought I could have eased your troubles, if only a little. But now I know how foolish it was when I didn't even understand your situation. That was, Spacey. Kakuto slowly reached over to me and gently wiped the tears from my cheeks. His hand was so warm and gentle, yet was he really so strongly bent on revenge? Recently, I've been thinking about the past far too much. After meeting you, I've thought about it over and over again. Why? He slid his hand to the back of my head to gently pull me closer. You look just like her. With my head against his chest, Kakuto stroked my hair without saying a word. Many of my customers have said that I'm a heartless man, but in the past I'd been sincere with my customers and friends. I even opened up to them. Kakuto, but you're such good friends with Utsusemi and Ohgiya. On the surface we are. I've been careful to keep my distance emotionally. If I open up to them, I might end up losing everything I had back then. The heart, the truth, and love, they're all just illusions. Do you really believe that? Yeah, if they were real, then why had my parents sold me? Why had the woman that had supposedly been in love with Yoshino betray him? Those things are only real in fantasy. In reality, people only have wretched feelings. Kakuto speaks a little bit to the sad, depressed part of my soul right now. Like, all the happiness is lies. I feel that sometimes I do. You just need to get a little drunk, and then you'll find your happiness. Well, like when you're in a good mood, because when you're sad and you drink, it's like, everything is awful. You need to be in a good mood, and then when you drink and you're like, I love everybody. Everything is great. I'm really happy. But he speaks to the depressive side of the manicness that I feel sometimes. Like, Kakuto, God, yeah. A depressed, dark, emo high school student in me is just, man, he's totally right. That way of thinking is just too sad. But that's how it is. Kakuto, can you really not trust anyone else? If I did, I'd just be reliving my past. In the end, I'd only suffer. I mean, okay, I get that. When you've had a bad breakup, that's how you feel, but you get over it eventually. You need a therapist. I'm sure Utsusemi and Ohgiya wouldn't betray you. And I don't think that you're heartless. I've heard it all before. How can I make you believe me? Well, I don't know. The door to Kakuto's heart was shut tightly, and it wouldn't budge even a little bit. What could I do to get him to listen to me? What could I do to get him to open his heart, even just a little? Fine. Then, until you believe me, I'll stay by your side and give you my all. Spacey. After making my statement, Kakuto hugged me tightly. He's like, ha 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 ha, that's my plan. Everybody wants a damaged man. No, not really. Look, everybody's got a little bit of damage. And that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. But, like, he is, like, a bunch of fucking pieces on the floor, and there was not enough crazy glue to put it back together right now. Like, you're gonna have to help me fix this. But he's like, nope. Look, you are, like, somebody threw the puzzle in a wood chipper, and now you're asking me to try to, like, put it back to fucking together and make the Mona Lisa out of it, and that's just... I don't think I have the energy, but okay. That's why the MC here, that's why this Spacey is like, it's okay, I'll figure it out. Oh, God, girl. Alright, well, good for you, I guess. I wanted to stay by his side until he was ready to open his heart up. I mean, we know that that's the end result, so, like... I mean, I guess if I knew... If I was all of a sudden stuck in an Otome game and I'm like, well, I know the end result is a happy ending, because I know the right answers, then yeah, I guess I'd put in the effort too, but, like... When it's a gamble and you're like, I mean, we could get a bad ending and get stabbed, or, like, this could all be for nothing. Yeah, I don't know. The juice might not be worth the squeeze in this instance. I don't know, so. It will be, because we're going to get the happy endings. But I'm just saying, in real life, you'd be like, well, that's a gamble. I don't know. Why was I so fond of Kakuto? It's the feather boa. Even if I was in love with him, would that have pushed me to want to change him like this? You're really dumb. Why? No matter how sincere you are to me, I'll never return the favor. Deep down, you really are gentle and honest. How would you know? It sounds like you've lived your whole life like that. And first and foremost, there's no way Utsusemi and Ohgiya would be so fond of you otherwise. Like I said, there's no way I could believe your relationship with them is just superficial. You don't have to be so desperate to hide your true feelings. Also, the fact that, I mean, okay, she has a point. You're so desperate to pretend that you don't like candy. You fucking like candy. Kakuto hesitated before wrapping his arms around my back. His grip began to get tighter and tighter. I'm telling you this for your own good. Don't trust anyone. Sympathy doesn't exist. Even if it's far in the future, someday I want you to believe that you'll meet someone who won't ever betray you. I sensed something strange, but it might have just been my imagination. It felt like Kakuto's body was shaking a little as he hugged me. Your words only bring me pain. If people never believed in one another, betrayal would have never existed. And so, for a long, long time, the two of us continued to embrace one another. We didn't exchange a single word. I couldn't tell him to stop his quest for revenge. It was because I now knew it was the one thing that kept him alive. I now knew how strong his resolve and conviction were. The more I learned about him, the deeper I fell into his dark heart. A part of me was afraid I'd be dragged down into his beliefs. Later on, I freed up my day to pay Gakuto a visit. It wasn't like I could do anything for him, but I wanted to see him. If I could open his heart even a little and get him to believe in someone, I thought I could free him from his obsession over revenge. Spacey, would you like to try doing something different today? You mean you actually making love to me appropriately and being gentle and nice and not forceful and, like, aggressive? Because, like, yeah, sounds great. What? No? How about you be nice to me and fawn over me and tell me how pretty I am? Because I'd like that too. But, oh, no, we're not talking about that. We're just gonna help you go out and hunt this woman down that you want to murder? Great, awesome. Sounds like great. Good times. Something different? And also, just Gakuto being like, you want to do something different? Oh, fuck. Who are we going to kill now? Jesus. Something about Gakuto felt unusually cheerful. I kind of want that Otome game, too. I know that there's ones like, oh, they're like demon stuff. I just want to be that sarcastic bitch where you're like, you want to do something different? Oh, God. Who are we going to kill now? Ugh, fine. Like, where they're just awful assholes, but it's amusing and funny, and you're like, you are such a dick. Really? We're gonna do that? Okay, fine. She's just over the shit, but alright, fine. We'll, like, go do some horrible things. Like, be kind of fun. Something about Gakuto felt unusually cheerful. I didn't think we'd resolved anything after yesterday's incident, but even so, I wanted to believe that something inside of him is changing. Taking him up on his invitation, I followed him into the courtyard when... Oh, Gakuto. He's here. Utsusemi and Ohgiya were waiting there in the courtyard. So, you prepared the water, huh?
Hey!
What are we about to do? Huh? You haven't told her yet. Not yet. I stared at all three of them, not knowing what to expect. Kakuto then opened the parcel he'd been carrying. The light from the hallway gently touched it, revealing water balloons? A wooden box? Open it up. Okay. I did as he said and opened it to find... Oh, the floral design is so cute. Inside the box was something shaped like flower petals. Fireworks! Is that the title of this chapter? It is. Yeah, okay. I mean, what was I thinking? The fireworks were like the set. What? I don't remember. I don't know what's. Anyway, I thought we could use it together. When we'd met at the sweet stand the other day, I'd made Ohgiya go get them for me. Are these fireworks? Yeah, they were specially made to look like flowers. They're so lovely. I thought that flowers really suited you. Thank you so much, Kakuto. I can't even express how happy I am. We're gonna light shit on fire and blow shit up. I'm down with that. Look, fireworks are fun, okay? Don't light your fingers on fire on the 4th of July because you redneck and you drunk and you lighting fireworks while you have your beer. Why, hold my beer because I ain't got nothing but 3 fingers left on this hand from the past couple of years. I'm just saying. Watch your fingers. Sparklers are okay. I was always terrified of sparklers when I was little. So, like... I think I died in a fire in a past life because I am always paranoid. Like, all of a sudden I'll be like, oh my god, what happens if the house catches on fire and then we burned it up? Oh my god. Okay, how do I get the bird out? And I literally have, like, panic attacks and I'm laying in bed like, oh god, like, paranoid and afraid. Like, you should be afraid of a fire in your house, like, in the back of your mind. Like, you should always be worried about terrible things or, like, oh my god, tornadoes or hurricanes or, like, avalanches or, like, volcanoes, whatever, depending on where you live. So, like, fire is, like, a real fucking thing. But you shouldn't be as... like fucking traumatized like I am. Like, it's like I've never lived through one and I don't ever want to, but every time I'm thinking about it now and I'm getting stressed out. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna so I swear to god I burned to death in the past life. I'm just not even kidding. Cause like even when I was a kid, like we lit off fireworks for 4th of July, I'd be like sparklers, and I'd be like literally holding it at the very, very, very end of the stick with the as far away from me as possible. Yeah, this is fun. I'm terrified of it. Like now sparklers, whatever, like they burn, but you wouldn't be like catch on fire. But I'm still just saying. Something happened in a past life. Not the last one. I know how I died in the last one. The one before that. I mean, technically in the last one. Car explosion. Yeah, so, I mean, okay, I get that. There's a story behind that, but I'm not going to tell you. That's good to hear. Kakuto nodded profoundly, looking satisfied. Isn't that great, Kakuto? You really put a lot of thought into it, too. It is cute, though. See, he's like, Utsusemi. There you go again, flapping your big mouth. And he's like, I'm not nice. Whatever. Yeah, you are. You like candy. You like candy and you made fireworks for me. You're so cute. Trying to be a big old grumpy puss. This is why, fine. We'll go murder someone for you. Oh, no, we're just going to do fireworks? Oh, okay. Better. Whoa, please don't get so mad. I'm just telling the truth. Exactly. It was the first time I've seen Kakuto worry so much about a gift. Okay, Kakuto thought that deeply about his present to me. He's trying so hard to pretend he's just this stoic, heartless courtesan, and he is the squishiest fucking shit. I love it. And then he's like, what? No? Pfft, that's all just an act. And you're like, no, it's not. You fucking love him. You are the only one who doesn't realize it. It's kind of like when those people, and they're like, you know what? So, oh, by the way, I'm gay. Yeah, I've known for years. What? I didn't know for years. Well, the rest of us did. Big surprise. You know what I'm just saying? He's the last one to be like, oh my god, I really do love them, and I actually am soft and squishy and have a heart. Yeah, we've all known. Idiot. My heart welled up with emotion, but I didn't know what to say. I decided that the best thing to do was hug him. Hug him! Thank him again, get embarrassed. It's either hug him or thank him again. Maybe thank him again just because other people are there, but I want to hug him. Thank him again is the right answer. Get embarrassed was the second one. Bullshit. I agree with thank him again because there's other people there. Hug him later. Kakuto, thank you so much. I just thought we could enjoy them together. But using them out here in the courtyard is the best I could do. And it's more than enough. They're like, sure, go ahead, light some shit off on fire in the backyard. That's great. My chest filled with joy. After that, The fireworks started to light up the night sky in the courtyard. Aww. The floral fireworks that Kakuto had brought were sparklers. Their gentle flames crackled as they sometimes burned passionately too, before fizzling out. They only last for a short while. It almost feels like a waste. But if you don't move an inch and stay quiet, these sparklers last longer than any other fireworks. Still, it feels so short-lived. Look at all their pretty kimonos in the background. Can I take the box home with me as a sort of memento? You can do whatever you want. Thanks. As we have our conversation, I'm so jealous! As she and Gakuto get to play with fireworks! Oh, there are ladies in the background. I was like, they're beautiful. And I was like, the courtesans are wearing them. They're very feminine looking. And they're very pretty. And they make a cute couple, too. Before I knew it, all sorts of female customers were gathered in the courtyard. What's this? The fireworks sure are refined. Aren't they? High-profile courtesans really know how to make a woman happy. There you go, gentlemen. How to make a woman happy. Buy her a box of fucking sparklers. I'm a high-class courtesan now. I mean, I'm just sorry, but I swear to God, if I were dating somebody who would just walk in, I got a box of sparklers. High-class courtesan or what? Points for that, because that's fucking hilarious. And these floral fireworks are very cute indeed. It's too cute. Chic, even. More and more people gathered around to watch. I realized that fireworks in the pleasure district would be a rare sight to see. Buying a man just to play with fireworks together was strange in itself. I mean, now that you mention it, yeah. Nevertheless, it was an exciting experience for me. You sure look like you're having fun. I am. It's been years since I've played with fireworks. It really suits you. The fireworks suit me? Our eyes interlocked. The sparklers quietly lived out their last sparks. Yeah, you look 100 times more beautiful with the light from the fireworks shining on you. Are you saying I'm not beautiful on a normal basis? You were going so well. I said you're 100 times more beautiful. Spacey, you're the most beautiful girl in the world. Oh. He brought his face closer to mine out of nowhere. You're like, I already paid for you. You don't know. This is exactly what we wanted. She's like, wait, but are you conning me or is that like true? My lips burned as Kakuto gently placed his on top of mine. I couldn't believe it. Everyone was watching us. Yeah, but you're not holding hands. It's fine. Feeling utterly embarrassed, I quickly hid my face. After doing that, I soon realized that the sparkler had gone out. Oh, this is all your fault, Kakuto. I blurted those words out without thinking. It looks like you have no luck playing with fireworks. But this is your fault. We continued to have fun with the fireworks for a bit longer. After that, we returned to Kakuto's room. Without delay, he embraced me tightly, right before telling me something shocking. I found that woman. You're like, thought we were gonna have fun with the fireworks and then make our own. Dear God. You just do not. You're a high-profile courtesan, but you're not really good at this. Just saying. I was too shocked to say anything, and Gakuto continued to explain. She's spent time with Utsusemi, and that woman hasn't changed one bit. But doesn't she know that you're here? I mean, you're a high profile, your picture's everywhere, and she would be like, eye patch. Not going there. Cause, wouldn't you stay as far away from wherever the fuck he is? You just think that there's just randomly another, you're like, huh, weird, he kind of looks like that guy I stabbed in the eye. Funny, he's got an eye patch too, but I bet it's not the same him. No, not the same guy. Not the same Gakuto. Different. Even if he changed his name from one whorehouse to the next, you'd still be like, not going to Ohgiya, just in case. She's an idiot. Utsusemi doesn't know about my quest for revenge, but he told me that a woman with a scar on her forehead had hired him. I can't believe it. Why Utsusemi of all people? Maybe the woman didn't know Gakuto was working at Ohgiya. How could she not? Or was she planning something because he worked here? It was all too confusing. I just wanted to let you know that. I appreciate it, but you'll help me, right? Huh? I have no intentions of telling Utsusemi or Ohgiya, so you're the only one I can rely on. He wanted my help? He wants my help so that I kill her and then I go to jail and then he has his revenge and then he's free to just be a courtesan and I'm the one that's... Oh my god, he set me up! I'm a patsy! The least you could have done is just had a nice firework night and then we make some fireworks on our own before you threw this at me, is all I'm just saying. God, you just ruined it. How could I ever agree to that? He wanted me to become his accomplice in committing a crime. No, he wants you to be the patsy, not an accomplice. There was no way I could do that. I couldn't give him an answer that day. Time simply passed us by. Rain on the cherry trees. No, that's Ame. That's rain. Pretty sure that's what it sort of looked like. And this was rain, so I was assuming. But Kakuto had told me something unbelievable. How could this have happened? He finally found the woman he was looking for. I gazed out the window as I let out a heavy sigh. Ever since the day I'd seen Gakuto, it had been raining continuously. It was like the weather was expressing the gloomy feelings inside of me. I wanted to see Gakuto so badly. I thought something would change if he opened his heart to someone, but now the woman he'd been searching for had appeared. It was the worst possible opportunity. As I let out another heavy sigh, Miss Spacey, can I come in? I heard Musashi's voice coming from the hall. Yeah, sure. Musashi entered my room holding a tray. I noticed that it had a green tea and some western sweets on top. Your mother told me that you weren't feeling well. And that's why you brought me these sweets? Yes, she thinks you're feeling down because your feet hurt, keeping you inside the house. She thinks you're feeling down because your feet hurt, keeping you inside the house. What? Oh. She wasn't right, but she wasn't too far from being wrong. Is it something else? Musashi questioned me as he put the tray down. I didn't know what to tell him. Part of me thought talking to Musashi about it would be a good idea, but... Miss, if I said too much, it might cause Kakuto more harm than good. With that bad feeling in mind, I couldn't talk about it. I'm sure that's it. I don't really like the rain after all. Are you worrying about something else as well? Why would you think that? Why would you think that? Because you're polishing a knife. No, I'm fine. Ever since you went to Yoshiwara the other day, you've been a bit down. I was a little shaken up at how sharp Musashi's senses were. I mean, you've been sobbing hysterically, so it's kind of obvious. Trying to throw him off, I picked up one of the sweets. It's just your imagination. You're such a worrywart, Musashi. No, I'm just kidding. You're such a worrywart, Musashi. I hope that's true. Please don't hesitate to talk to me. I'll do anything in my power to help. Thank you. But when the time comes, I'll be counting on you. Yes, ma'am. After that, I fortified my resolve and decided to write a letter. It wasn't that I didn't trust Musashi. It was quite the opposite, really, but I didn't want to cause him any unneeded worry. Utsusemi and Ohgiya would probably be able to understand and help out. I picked up my pen and wrote a letter to the two of them. In no time at all, I received a reply, and the three of us decided to meet up secretly. Oh! Gakuto's gonna find out and get pissed. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this part up here and find out what happens on the day of their meetup! In the next part, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more!